Hi everybody, CohhCarnage here with an early thoughts video on Baldur's Gate 3. Now, as most of you know, I wait generally until the end of a playthrough to make a thoughts video. That's because I normally like to know how long it takes to finish a game, and also when I'm done with a game, I have a really good idea about how I felt in terms of how that entertainment was distributed among the entire playthrough. Sometimes, for instance, as I've learned, the end of a game can detract from the experience and leave a not so great taste in my mouth. So, I like to make sure when I generally make these videos, I get to the finality, the final part of it before I make the video. However, Baldur's Gate 3 is a different beast. As many of you guys know, I've been playing this game voraciously over the last 4 or 5 days. And I've been asked about 300 to 500 times a day on what I think about the game. So instead of just giving the, 2 to 3 word answer that I have been, I figured I should probably make a quick, small video to let you know what my thoughts on Baldur's Gate 3 are. Baldur's Gate 3 is one of the best games I've ever played. It is relatively bug-free, although there are bugs. It is incredibly deep. It bleeds passion. It is a joy to look at. It is fully voice acted by phenomenal voice actors. The story and characters have been great so far. And up until this point of 10 to 13 hour streams every day, I can say that the last time I have felt this connected to a game was one of my previous games of the year, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. This game so far has done almost everything right for me. There are some things that I would love to see changed and updated, particularly involving the QOL. There's some things that now that I've done, 50, 60, 70 times, I can definitely think to myself, this would be a lot smoother if, but it is a great experience. I can strongly recommend it. And it is a fantastic, fantastic feast for the senses. I also really quickly want to cover a couple questions that I'm seeing all the time in chat. I'm playing a Bard on Tactician. I absolutely love Bard. I highly recommend it. And Tactician is a great difficulty so far. There have definitely been a few fights that I feel have been pretty rough. And I think some of that roughness lends into RNG. But I have not yet encountered any fight that in any way I feel is cheap. Like everything feels like something you kind of have to puzzle through, which is one of the huge strengths of this game, where there's so many ways to accomplish things that very rarely is there a right way. There's just a collection of ways you can do it. And I think the Tactician really plays into that. Also, I've been getting the question a lot. Do you think you can play this game as a first-time D&D or first-time CRPG player? And the short answer is absolutely, emphatically, 100% yes. There is a difficulty specifically designed for people that are either new to the genre or frankly just want to enjoy the huge cast of characters and story. And you absolutely can play that difficulty and have a great time with this game. Another thing that I want to stress with this that I've been seeing a lot as well is people saying, I'd love to play Baldur's Gate 3, but it is overwhelming. I want to play Baldur's Gate 3, but I don't want to sit down and look through 3 encyclopedias of stats and choose a class and a subclass and all this stuff. And no, I just want to play the game and have fun. I have some very good news for you. You absolutely can. Here's the big thing I want to stress about BG3. Very similar to another game called Path of Exile. You need to break out of this feeling of, I need to know and understand everything about this game to have fun. Because you don't. You absolutely do not. You do not need to understand every class and fundamentally what it does. You do not need to know all the spells. You don't need to play optimally. You don't need to perfectly manage your stats. None of that needs to be done on the easiest difficulty. You can just have fun and play. And most importantly, you don't need to know everything to have fun. Some games you do, don't get me wrong. Some games, if you don't have the mechanics down, if you don't understand how everything works, if you don't understand the parry system, you're just not going to have a good time. This isn't that game. You can understand 15 to 20% of this game and still just have a fundamental awesome time. So keep that in mind if you're playing the game. It is definitely worth checking out if this is your thing. So anyway, early thoughts. Let's wrap this up. This game is amazing. I'm just getting to the end, I think, of Act 1. I can't wait to see what's coming up in it. I have been 100% connected the entire time, And I hope you'll join me either on YouTube or on Twitch as we continue this adventure. I will be doing another thoughts video at the end to kind of sum up everything, especially at that point, we'll be able to talk about the length, the main story, that kind of thing in a spoiler-free way. But hope to see you for that. And as always, thank you for watching. Find me at twitch.tv/CohhCarnage, maybe twitch.tv/Cohh. And check out our mobile app if you haven't, if you want to follow along with the adventure at cohh.tv/mobile. All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye.